and welcome back to another video of Calc Nerd. So today's video is going to be on a program that I made that I call Clicker. And what Clicker is you use the arrow keys and match them up with corresponding, I don't know what to call it. I'll kind of just show you and I guess you'll catch on from there. So it's called Clicker. So you have lives and score. So basically, up arrow, if there's an up arrow thing, a down arrow if there's a down arrow, left and right if there's a left or right. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So it's on a pause to start out because I don't want it to be as soon as you click it, it goes right away. So, okay, so now that I click enter, so up, like that. So basically what you have to do is click it just before it hits the bar, like right before. And you can click it more than once if you want to improve your score because you get +5 every time you click the right. And if you leave it, you miss it. So I don't know if you saw that or not. And if I click the wrong direction, oh my, I cannot, okay. So I'm going to purposely click the wrong direction. It also takes away a life. It looked like it took away 2 lives. That's because I clicked the wrong direction and it was above the line. So now I'm going to show you how you can make this for yourself. So we're going to go, oh, oops, not clock, clicker. So clear home for I, 1, 8, output I, 1, quote, bracket, output I, 6, quote, bracket. If I is greater than 1 and I is less than 6, output 2, I, quote, the minus sign, end. Output 1, 7, quote, lives, and then a colon 2. I just think it looks better with a colon. You can do whatever you'd like, though. Output 3, 7, quote, score, colon. 8 stored into Y, 2 stored into X, 5 stored into T, 0 stored into S. Pause. If you don't want the pause at the beginning, you take this pause right here away, and then it will go as soon as it is done drawing the board, I guess you can say. Repeat until T is less than 0 or K is equal to 45. So if you click clear, it'll end the game. The clear key, which is this key right here. Output 1, 13, T. Output 3, 13, S. Get key store into K. Y minus Y is greater than 0, store into Y. Output 1, 2, quote, and I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Okay, then output 2, 2, quote, or wait, it should be 4 spaces, sorry, that's what I meant. Output 2, 2, quote, 4 minuses, and the reason I figured out that it was 4 is because the width of the playing field is 4. Output 3, 2, and there's also 4 spaces there. And remember, if you don't know how to get space, you click alpha and the 0. Okay. Output Y, X, quote, sub, quote, space. You have to have the space here, and there's a reason that I did that. Up, down, left, and right. So up is the exponent key here. Down is a lowercase v. If you don't know how to get a lowercase v, I have made a video on that. An uppercase v works just fine. I just personally prefer the lowercase v. And remember, you click alpha and 6, and that's where the V is. And then to get the greater than or less than, which act as left and right, you click second, and math, which is test because we're in the second function. And then they are 3 and 5. So this is also how you get equal to and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get out of that. X, X, 1. If Y is equal to 1, then 8 store into Y, random int 2, 5 store into X. And if K is equal to 0 multiplied by Y is equal to 2, T minus 1 store into T. If Y is not equal to 8, output 1 or Y plus 1, X, quote, space. And there is just 1 space there. S plus 2 store into S, output 6, 10, quote, and there is also there's 2 spaces here, it looks like. And then I'll explain this really quick. So this is a fun little thing that I came up with to check to make sure that the key was the right thing. So I will explain how it works in just a second after I read off the code and get to the end part here, and then I will explain it. So if sum k is equal to, and it is the fancy bracket, it's not a normal parenthesis, sorry, not bracket, parenthesis, it's the fancy parenthesis. 25, 34, 24, 26, and it can be in any order, but this order still does not matter. Just make sure you get the 0.2 with the correct one and 0.3 with the correct one. So if not, sum b is equal to, or sorry, k plus 0.1 times x storing b. If not, sum b is equal to 25.2, 33.3, 24.4, 26.5, t minus 1 stored into t. If sum b is equal to 22.2, 34.3, 24.4, 26.5, then s plus 5 stored into s, output 6, 10, quote, plus 5, end. So that is the official end of the program. And now I'm going to quickly explain how this works here. So each of the keys has a corresponding number. For example, this is in row 1 and it's the first key, so it is key number 11. And all these keys here, so this would be row 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 24, 25, 26, and this is 34. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you're saying here is if k is equal to 24, or 24, I'm just reading them out of order here, I don't know why, 25, 34, 24, 26, so if it's any of these keys, then take whatever key it was, because get key is in k, times whatever x is. So x was the number that determined the x-axis, I guess you could call it, the x-axis, so it determined if it was in the second row, the third row, the fourth row, or the fifth row, which is why it's 0.5, and I should have said 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5, just so you don't get messed up there. So basically what's happening is it's taking the key and whatever x is and storing it into b. And the down happens to be in the first row, because technically this is the first row because I have a bracket on the other side, so that's why it's 0.2 and not 0.1. So if it is in the first row, that means it needs to be the up arrow key. And if it's in the second row, that means it needs to be the down arrow key. If it's in the third row, it needs to be the left arrow key. And if it's in the fourth row, it needs to be the right arrow key. And that's basically how that works. So I use an if sum loop here to determine that. So that is really all you need to make this game. It's a pretty fun game, honestly. I've gotten some pretty good high scores with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you really liked the video, I hope you do subscribe. And yeah, I hope to see you in future videos. As always, thank you for watching.